our big thing is how do we educate, whether you're just learning about it now and maybe it's not in the price range now, but like maybe you save up and in a year and a half from now, you have that opportunity to get it. But really just like educating, like what is this doing for people? And it's like, it's a gauntlet, whether it's autoimmune disorder, we see that a massive like impact early on with that. The mental health side, we just did a piece with a woman that was, antidepressants using it. And then she just started plunging and actually use that as her medicine. And she'll do 1 plunge a day. She's off antidepressants. She'll do 2 plunges a day on high anxiety days.
I think Andrew's noticed a difference in his own mental health, right?
Yeah. And like, I don't know, I can't tally up all the amount of money that I've used to try to like keep these dark clouds away from me. But it's been a lot, okay? Like a lot of shit that I've tried to help try to keep like the anxiety and depression to go away.
Nootropics and a bunch of
tons of nootropics, yeah. Legal and illegal shit. Put it that way. But everything is like not even close. Like I could have a bad day or whatever. I could be okay, and then just getting into the cold plunge, it snaps everything. Like I said is like look at my backyard and it's like all doom and gloom and gray, and it just like I just don't feel it. I get in there, I start breathing, and then like, dude, seriously, like because I do keep it a little bit warmer. About 2-3 minutes in, I open my eyes and I'm like, holy shit, dude, my backyard is beautiful. I start like getting super grateful for like everything in my life all of a sudden. And it's like, I'll see my son like yelling through the window or something like, dude, I can't wait to get out of here and go tackle him. Like everything just gets way better once I get out of the cold plunge. Dude, it is night and day. Yeah.
With something like yoga, you'll hear an instructor say, be in the present moment, come to your center line. And they say these things. And for some people, when you do that practice and you get used to that practice, you can feel that and you can feel great. But it's a little bit of like, you need to practice it to feel it. It's not the case with the cold. You get yourself freezing fucking cold and you have no choice but to be in the present moment. You have to be present. You have to start to pay attention to your breath until maybe you start to get used to it. And then after a while, you could be in there and just whistling and going under the water and breathing through a straw. But at first, it's like, man, you don't have much of a choice other than to kind of like shiver and tighten up. And then you start to learn, like, I can interpret this differently over time. I can get used to this stress. And over time, I can become stronger. Just like we can... Any news or anything that we hear, you can start to inoculate yourself to stress over time.
I think it's a great barometer to where you're at from a stress, like how you intake stress at that moment in life. And it changes for me. Like some days, like I can drop in and surrender and I can just roll with a 7-minute plunge and I'm just in my breath. And other days I'm fighting it. And it's actually a really good, like, check-in of like, oh wow, like you are stressed out right now. Like your mind is not calm.
That's interesting. So you almost like feel it more.
The intensity of it.
Maybe it stings more. You know how when you first get in, it like stings where you're like, that's not normal. I need to get out.
I think it's like to me, it's like, when I can accept things more, stress washes over me. When I'm not accepting the cold or I'm not surrendering into it, which I think is a big thing. We watch women can surrender into the plunge a lot better. I mean, this is generalization than I think some men. Men want to get in and like fight it. Like, oh, I'm here to do the tough thing. It's like, it will win. When are you going to let go and actually start to breathe into it? And that's, I think, one of the greatest teachers of it is it will teach you how to breathe and how to actually succumb to the environment. And like, it's about surrendering. If you want to fight the cold, it's just, your body's going to keep fighting it and it's going to be extremely uncomfortable. So it's a generalization that I've noticed over time that women are a little better at surrendering than men to.
It's a cool perspective though. That's the game, is the surrender.
Our project family, how's it going? Now, as you guys know, we have been talking about cold therapy for a while. Mark, Andrew, and myself, we all use cold plunge XLs since we're pretty big. But the cold plunge is amazing. And there are a lot of cold therapy tools out there. Obviously, you can use your shower. But the amazing thing about the cold plunge is, number one, it doesn't take up much space in your home or your backyard. And number two, you don't need to change your water, unlike other cold therapy devices, for 6 months to a year. It filters itself. Let's not even talk about all the benefits of cold plunging, like the dopamine release, how good you feel after doing it, and just the cascade of hormones that happens after you get in some really cold water. It's crazy, and we love it. So, Andrew, how can they get it?
Absolutely. You guys got to head over to thecoldplunge.com and at checkout, enter promo code PowerProject to save $150 off your very own cold plunge. Again, thecoldplunge.com, links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
You know, this whole thing, though, because, dog, for example, Mind Bullet, you feel really good, right? When we're caffeine, coffee, you feel really fucking good after drinking a cup of coffee. I think some people find it somewhat ridiculous that it's like super cold water. Are you guys serious? Is this legit? Just getting into cold water is doing all this shit for you? But it is really wild, like what it's doing for people and what it's done for us. Like, it's just getting into some 40-degree water. It makes a huge difference, and it's just temperature, dog.
Right.
You know?
We were at the what is the Bulletproof, the conference we went to, the biohacking conference. We're at the biohacking conference. We have the cold plunges set up, and you walk around, and it's all of these interesting devices and technology.
Red light for your balls.
Liposomal, red light for your balls, and all this engineering and science going on. And we're out there on the way home to the restaurant after. I was like, just comical, dude. We brought cold water to this thing, and like we had a line of people to get in. Like, oh my god, you guys have the cold plunge. It's like, yeah, it's cold water. It's like the simplest, like most natural thing ever, you know. And it's like basically the best thing you can possibly actually do at the Bulletproof Conference.
It's too simple. It's like
so simple.
We have a guy at our company. He does a lot of maintenance around the facility. So he maintenances our gym now, so where the cold plunges are. So we have this program at our company where we pay our staff to plunge. If they plunge X number of times a month, we like pay them money. We want them doing it. Yeah,
That's
it's a way to engage them and get them doing it. And,
Cool.
And so, anyways, now he's in the gym a lot more. And so he was in the gym, and he came out, and now he's lost a lot of weight, and he's losing more weight. And he's like, you know what? I thought for months this was snake oil. And he's like, now I'm getting into it. And he's like, you know, so it's so exciting that to hear him where he was like, this is bullshit. Like, these guys are so passionate about this cold water, and now he's doing it. He's like, all right, I get it. I understand what's going on here.
Another amazing thing to sell is fasting. What'd you come to the conference with? Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're just not eating.
Yep, we're not selling anything.
Yeah.
But you can sign up here, give us your email, and we'll get you ready to rip.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right, share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right, peace.